Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making a very special tea cake. It's a cherry and mascarpone tea cake which is super simple to make. At the same time it's really fluffy and moist. So do try this one out. Let's get started. We start by cracking our eggs in a mixing bowl. Make sure to use only room temperature eggs for this. We'll add all of our caster sugar in. Now we'll beat this using an electric beater for about 5 minutes. After beating for about 5 minutes, you can now add in any flavorings of your choice. I'm going to add some lemon zest because I really love a lot of lemon in my berry or cherry based desserts. So I'm going to add around zest of 1 whole lemon. You can totally add orange zest or even totally skip this part. That's it. Now we'll add a dash of vanilla extract in this. Again, feel free to add any other flavorings of your choice, but I think this goes well with the dessert. Now we'll beat it for one more time. That's it. Now in goes all of our mascarpone. You can also use cream cheese if you do not have mascarpone, but yeah, make sure to use room temperature mascarpone cheese here. Now we'll give it a slow mix until all the mascarpone is combined. If your ingredients are at room temperature, this should only take a few seconds. Now is the time to add our dry ingredients. I'll start by adding my maida, which is all-purpose flour, followed by corn flour, and these two together form cake flour. So basically you can also use cake flour instead of both of these. And lastly, our baking powder. Now we'll sift this in. Sifting is very important whenever you're making any baked good, especially cakes, because that results into a softer and spongier cake. Now gently fold the mixture together. Make sure to just gently cut and fold because that will preserve all of that air that we've beautifully whipped into the cake. When you can see that the batter is almost coming through, you can add all of your melted butter into this, which is the final ingredient for the sponge, and then we can gently fold it together. This technique is almost similar to when you make madeleines and it turns into a very soft and spongy cake. And with that, our cake batter is ready. Now we can add all of our flavorings. In goes our pitted and halved cherries as well as white chocolate chips. You can totally change these combinations and use anything else that you like personally. I'm preserving some of those white chocolate chips for the garnish, and I also have some cherries left over. Just fold it and then transfer this to your lined cake tin. I'm using a 10-inch pie tin to bake my cake, and it has a removable bottom as well. We're going to oil this and then line it with parchment paper like that. Then you can transfer all of your cake batter on top of it. Please feel free to use any other cake tin that you have. Don't worry. You can totally bake this in a regular cake tin or a brownie tin as well. Now I'm going to spread it out evenly using an offset spatula. I'll top this off with some more white chocolate chips, which is completely optional, but I think it looks even better that way, and some pitted and halved cherries. Once again, you can totally change the combination and use any other berries like blueberry, strawberry, or even cranberries for this. I think white chocolate and raspberry would taste even better, but we don't have it here right now, but I think cherry is totally great as well. With that, our cake is ready to go in the oven. So let's put it in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for roughly 40 to 45 minutes or until a skewer inserted comes out clean. Our cake has baked and it's out of the oven. As you can see, it's looking perfectly baked and the color is just amazing and the cherries look great as well. Now I'm going to carefully demold it, but make sure to do this only after the cake has cooled down completely. And that's why I prefer using a loose bottom cake tin. I had a little bit of extra batter and that's why I transferred it to 2 of these ramekins, and you can see that I've also managed to make some cherry and white chocolate muffins with it. Now using this sort of an offset spatula, I'm going to just gently demold it from the base of the tin and I'm going to place it on a plate. You can also gently just flip it over on your hand like that and then carefully demold it. Just see how beautiful the cake is looking. Just look at that. Now we can carefully place it on the plate, and that's it. With that, our cake is ready. Now optionally you can just dust this with some icing sugar or powdered sugar, and that will make it taste even better, and I think it also makes it look slightly better, but that's a complete personal preference. This much is just enough. Now we can just serve this. Now let's cut a slice. Just look at that perfect texture. It's super fluffy, guys. That one's for me. And just look at the cherry in the middle. Now let's try this. The white chocolate actually adds a lot of crunch in this, and it tastes just wow. I just loved it, and I think it's pretty light for something which has so much of flavor. So whether you want to make an entire tea cake like this or a few muffins just like these, you can totally try this recipe and let me know how it works out for you. So please comment down below what you think about this video, and I'll see you next time.